Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela, and welcome back to my card of the month for July. So it is August 4th, 2024. I've been busy this last few days. My son turned 18. My baby, my last child, turned 18 yesterday. So I've been kind of busy, double working and getting his birthday stuff set up, and then yesterday we went to the water park and had fun and got burnt to a crisp. Even though we wore sunblock, it was a whole thing. So I haven't done the videos I can normally do. Like usually I do them on the 1st or the 2nd, or I do them like the 31st of the same month, but I just haven't had time. So here we are, and before I have to go off and do a second job for 9 hours, I'm doing this video because I just uploaded the decks I got in July. Now I'm doing the card of the month. And if you're just tuning in, I pull a year head spread every year in either the first day of January or the last day of December, the year before, for the following year. And I try to kind of mix it up a little bit on how I do my spreads every year. This year, I am just being more conscious, more aware of the card of the year, which is the Wheel of Fortune, for me this year, and kind of incorporating that in my card of the month. And I've been so busy lately, the last couple months, I haven't really paid attention to the card of the month. But I was trying to kind of keep track of it throughout the month, and it gets away from me every time, and I forget what card it is, and then I have to look it up, and I'm like, oh. And every time, I think it's just the way my brain is working, because every time I am flabbergasted at how dead on the card is. No matter how many months ago I did the spread, I pull out the card, and I'm like, oh yeah, it was very fitting for this month. Just like it was the month before, just like it was the month before. So the year ahead spread always shocks me every single month. And I'm like, what? Because something will stand out in the month that correlates with the card. Always. And I do want to tell you, we have this new place called Severn Brew drive-thru coffee. I can have caffeine, but I'm not supposed to have caffeine. I shouldn't drink it in huge quantities like I used to. I just got water from that over there. But every morning I do have a coffee, and that's it for the rest of the day. I don't drink any more caffeine. But here lately I've been addicted to iced coffees, and this is a white chocolate vanilla latte, and oh my god, it's good. It's almost gone. It is almost noon. Wait, probably almost 11 by now. Let me look. No, it's 12:06. So it's a little afternoon, but I went and did laundry and all kinds of stuff without having a coffee. So I'm having the coffee now. It's so good. Anyway, my card of the month, and I'm using, every year I decide to use a deck I'm not really working with or haven't really bonded with. And this year I chose to use the Spirit Song Tarot by Paulina Cassidy, or as we know and love her now, Paulina Faye. This is a U.S. Games deck. And I like it because it's pretty pastel colors, and it has keywords at the bottom. So this, for the month of July, my card of the month was the Six of Crystals, or the Six of Pentacles. The keywords, and I like that this has keywords, and that's probably why I chose this deck, is synergy and gratitude. Gratitude. Okay. Be grateful for what you have. And that has been a running theme in the month of the month of July, for me, because things would happen, that would piss me off, or somebody would go back on their word. I'm one of those people, and I'm very anal that way, and that could be the Virgo in me. If you say you're going to do something, freaking do it. Don't backtrack or be late for it, or like hours late for it, or whatever, because my time is precious. And if you're jacking with my time, I'm gonna get pissed, right? So I really found myself in the month of July taking pause and taking myself out of situations that I did get angry. because either people going back on the word or, okay, so if, for example, my job, they're remodeling again, I'm getting a bigger space. However, they have been pushing it back for weeks. Like, oh, we're done this week. And then 2 weeks later, oh, we're going to be done this week. And then 2 weeks later, oh, we're going to be done this week. And meanwhile, they're not working full weeks. They're working 2 or 3 hours here and there. And my boss said, oh, it's not going to impact you guys at all. It impacted people day one because everybody got sick from all the paint because they didn't block it very well. So half the people went home sick. The area they're working on is against the wall I'm in now, and they beat on things, and you can hear the saws going and all kinds of stuff, and it's clearly affecting my job. And I'm just like, why hasn't anybody been like, you know what? Are y'all prolonging this on purpose? Because, and my husband's an iron worker too. He's also one of those people, and he works for a company. He's a union. There is a timetable, and I'm like, I can't keep doing this. I can't keep working under these conditions. And dude, my cat's over here snooping, and my decks I got sitting here. So, I found myself getting angry, but at the same time being grateful I even had a job, and, like, getting upset that my baby's turning 18, but at the same time grateful that, you know, I've had it fairly easy with both my boys, where they didn't have a lot of health issues growing up. They didn't have any, like, I just saw a thing about deaf babies being able to hear for the first time. And I was like, you know, I didn't really have a whole lot of that. I had a couple times with my youngest one where I had to take him to the ER for stitches because he's a boy. He's all boy. And at the time I was like, no, but I find that I have been throughout the month of July, literally finding myself grateful for the things that I have and things that could be much worse. I am a glasses half empty all the time kind of person. So gratitude is not something that I normally gravitate toward. Or just knowing that the glass could have been empty. You know what I'm saying? So I did find myself throughout the month of July, finding myself just even like the little moments. Like 4th of July, we went to my husband's uncle's farm, just sitting there in the breeze, watching the clouds go by. I found a lot of moments in the month of July where it was just me and my thoughts and by myself, and just being grateful to be able to be in that moment, which is unusual for me. So again, the July was dead on with the 6 of crystals, or 6 of discs, or 6 of pentacles, whatever you want to call it. And I looked back on my videos. I did not show you guys, because I've been showing you guys every month a Wheel of Fortune card every month. And I didn't do it for June. So I was like, what? I'm looking up synergy because I don't know what that is. The interaction of cooperation of 2 or more organizations, substances, or other agents to produce a combined effect greater than the sum of their separate effects. What is synergy in simple words? Combined action or operation. A mutually advantageous conjunction or compatibility of distinct business participants or element. I find that interesting because it's business, crystals, pentacles, money. Interesting. And I've had that all month long. They've been remodeling, and the contractor would come in with the owner and they'd do a walkthrough, and they've changed how they're doing stuff like 8 times. It's crazy. So yeah, this word makes sense too for the month of July. So anyway, back to my Wheel of Fortune. So I did not show you guys a Wheel of Fortune for the month of, because I've been trying to actively remember throughout the year what my year card was and how it affected me throughout that month, how it correlates to the month card. So the Wheel of Fortune is my card of the year, and I have 2 new decks that I am loving the Wheel of Fortune in. So I just thought I would show you guys, because I didn't show June, so this is June and July. So here we have the Pulp Tarot, which I have trimmed and edged. And I love that it's like this old poster. Look, it's got stains. It's got creases down the middle. And it looks almost like it is a traditional looking Wheel of Fortune, but I freaking love it. I love this deck. 2 pieces. I haven't been able to really put it down. And then we have the brand new to me. I think it came out in May. Supernova Tarot. It's the freaking Wheel of Fortune. It is the wheel from, oh my God, what's the game show? You know, the game show. I love her shoes. I love everything about this card. It cracks me up and I love it. And I'm going to be pairing these 2 decks together this month, or this week coming. But I freaking love it. It's my new favorite Wheel of Fortune. So, what does Six of Crystals or Six of Pentacles have in common with the Wheel of Fortune? And I find it interesting that I didn't pull it out. Oh, I did pull it out. I pulled out a 6 of Pentacles in a more traditional sense from the Ethereal Visions Luna edition. And the 6 of Crystals or 6 of Pentacles, it's a give and take, right, of this rich person giving to the poor, the beggars. And I found that interesting that those, the Wheel of Fortune could go in either direction, right? It can tie the rich giving to the poor, or then the rich becoming poor and then the poor becoming rich. I think they tie in very well together. And I don't normally pull the 6 of Pentacles for things, but I thought I would pull that out just because I couldn't reach my regular RWS, and I think that's beautiful. But it's a more traditional 6 of coins, 6 of Pentacles, 6 of crystals, whatever you want to call it. But I'm going to show you a couple more here. This is from the Tarot Arthurian. This is Anatorian's artwork. And again, we've got somebody giving somebody money. And to me, the Wheel of Fortune is all about the cash flow in and out. All right, your fortune. Then this is the Bonestone and Earthflesh Tarot. This is also Anatorian's artwork. And they're giving the birds seed. I love it. And then we have the Tarot Oneness. That's like a beggar being, you're the person giving the beggar coinage there, which I found very interesting. I love the Tarot Oneness just because it's your perspective on things. And it's gorgeous. And then, let's look at the 6 of Crystals here. I want to read, I can read the Bonestone. Let's take a look at the 6 of Crystals, what it says in the book here. If I can find it. I went past it. Okay, it has the message. It's synergy and gratitude. Message, peaceful and social. Meerkat watches out for his community. Community is, it's another big word this month for me. In that, you know, with work and all the remodeling, we've had to really work together because they moved all of our stuff around. So we've had to really work as a team. A lot of the employees that normally don't interact with each other to kind of help each other out to find things and do things. So that's interesting. He's a creature of kinship who harvests success by working alongside others. Meerkat knows that by combining resources and ideas, balance can be maintained in the greater collective. Meerkat is your guide to establishing the spiritual power required to help guide people along their path. You are thoughtful and caring by nature, and even the smallest gesture of kindness can make a big difference. Work from the heart and merge talents to reach goals. Revel in the warmth of accomplishment that comes from producing things that inspire. And I've long said, like I'm an empath too, but I always feel like I'm a broken empath. But there are days when I can come to work and I literally feel somebody else's funk, and I'm funky all day, in a funky mood, and I feel like whatever mood I'm in brings everybody down, because I don't know if I'm soaking up all their energy or giving it some of it back or what, but the second I try to change that cycle and be happy and go lucky or helpful, everybody else's attitude changes as well. And maybe that's just my perception of either they're forced to be nice to me because I'm being nice, and it changes the mood. I don't know. But it almost feels like I single-handedly can control the mood. I know that's weird, but if I get angry, everybody feels angry. If I get sad, everybody feels sad. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe, I don't know. I'm empath in reverse. I don't know. Anyway. So the keywords here are gratitude, generosity, synergy, balance, kindness, abundance, and accomplishment. Reverse message. Remain in your own truth. And be aware of anyone who may take advantage of your generosity. That happens a few times at my job. Reverse keywords, insecurity, greed, and injustice. And I'm all about justice. And I just took this dog out, and now all of a sudden she wants out. Hold on. Because the pentacles to me are all about work and money, monetary gain. I feel like it does pertain to my job a lot when I pull that out. I can't read this one because it's in French, and the other one, I have the book because it's a huge indie book, but I don't want to dig it out because it's a lot. It's like 5-6 pages. So I'm just going to read the Six of Pentacles in the Tarot of Oneness real quick. Oh my God, I literally turned right to it. Six of Pentacles, keywords, charity, kindness, community, giving, receiving. And see, that's what I thought. There's a give and receive, give and take. It's the way I've always looked at this card. Sharing wealth, generosity, assistance, humanitarian efforts, paying it forward. And then reversal, unpaid debts, focus on self-care, taken advantage of, overly generous, abuse of power, greed, inequality. And you know what's funny is I find it interesting because I'm all about justice and truth. And when I can tell, that's the empath in me. I can tell when somebody's being fake. And it galls me to no end when they, out of acts of kindness, are doing something for you. But at the same time, they have this attitude like, now you owe me. That's not what acts of kindness are, right? Act of kindness is you being out of the goodness of your heart. Like, okay, so we have a coworker at work. She's in her 60s. She's been there 40 plus years. She is mean all the time. Like, mean to people. She's almost had the new girl that just started last week quit Friday. And she was only there Friday because she was off all week because of her birthday. I'm like, it took her one day to single-handedly almost make 2 people quit. Because there's another girl that started a month ago. And I'm like, wow. Just because she says things and then, she acts like she didn't say it. Like, she'll say it over, like she's not talking directly to you, but she's talking about you loud enough for that you can hear it. And then when you confront her, oh, I wasn't talking to you, but you're still talking about me. You know what I mean? But I, out of the goodness of my heart, got her a birthday present. It was, some coasters that I made that were diamond art. I made them. I took them to her. She was like, oh my God, that's so sweet. She almost cried. The next day, she was a complete ass to me. And I'm like, didn't that, like, give you any leeway of a day? Like, it didn't dawn on her, you know, I wasn't doing it for her to be nice to me. I was doing it just because I thought, oh, she'll like these. But it galls me. And then it's like, what's your fault on being mean? No, you're just an ass. But, like, I at least thought she would be nice to me for a day, but she wasn't. And I'm like, wow, she was on a roll. She made almost like everybody. She was gone all last week, and she came back Friday, and she pissed like 5 people off. And I'm like, I wasn't even in there. I was in my own hole doing my own thing. But I'm like, wow. But the whole mood Friday was bad because she was there, and they're like, that's horrible that it takes one day for her to undo all of these people's moods. It was weird. Anyway, keywords. Did I already read those? Yeah, I did. Okay. It says, there are times when you need help from others, and there are times when others need help from you. Give with an open heart. Even a small gesture can make a world of difference in someone else's life. If you don't have money to share at the moment, offer your time or advice to someone in need. Charity is a beautiful thing. If you're a headstrong individual who struggles with accepting help from someone else, this may be a much needed reminder that you're human. It's okay to need help sometimes. Open yourself up, up to accepting. And see, that's my big issue. I don't accept help very well. Don't let your ego take over. Just know that you will return the favor or pay it forward when you can. The Six of Pentacles may also appear in a reading when you need to balance the flow of money in and out. Yeah, that's true. Worn clothing. So it's showing the ripped clothing here, and it says clothing that is ripped and extremely well worn illustrates the energy of poverty. Yeah. I went and did door dashing quite a bit this month because I was trying to save money for my son's birthday, and then it all went out the window in like 2 days, and I'm like, wow. So yeah, it makes sense. But that was in August, so, well, it started at the end of the month, so yeah. But that is the card of the month I had for July. This is my Wheel of Fortune for June and July. I think those are cool. That's my card of the month. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. And y'all have a good day.